between the Chinon projector and the camera, and I'm using the macro setting with the camera lens about 4 inches from the screen. What you see here is a Brimstone locomotive shay. The Brimstone was a small railroad that operated between New River, Tennessee and the coal mines about 16 miles up in the hills. The bridge in the background there is the old Southern Railway, or Cincinnati, New Orleans, and Texas Pacific Bridge over the New River at Helenwood, or New River, as the town is often referred to. Here we have an active 282, or Makata, on the Tennessee Railroad at Oneida, Tennessee, about 20 miles up the line. Both of these railroads now, the Tennessee Railroad and the Brimstone, have become subsidiaries of the Southern. By the time that I was taking these pictures, the Tennessee had acquired 3 Alco diesels, and that's what we're looking at here. But we also climbed up on their steam locomotives. That's a 210-2 there. It was probably an old Monon 210-2. They acquired a number of their engines secondhand from the Monon. This was a rather prosperous little coal hauling railroad, about 40 miles in length. There we have a southbound freight train, grossly overexposed, on the C&O and TP. Here's my father driving along. We're getting close to Stearns, and here's a active steam locomotive, also a 282, parked outside the engine house at Stearns, Kentucky. That's the Stearns Lumber Company. Stearns operated the Kentucky and Tennessee Railroad and still does operate it with diesel. The engine that we'll be looking at momentarily, here it is in the shed, later became the 4501, which is probably the most famous fan trip engine in existence. And here's an old wooden coach they had outside. They were using it, I guess, as storage. And here's another southbound freight train. The C&O and TP was a very heavy, high-density railroad in those days, and still is. In the 13 years that I worked for the Southern Railway, I tested this track a lot of times. I've been through Stearns many times. Been on the ground here in Stearns and been around this yard. Just a lot of things went on there. And after we left Stearns, we went through the hills, stopping briefly